Well, folks, here we are, 10,000 subscribers. I honestly cannot believe where the channel has got to. Back when I started this channel in 2016, there weren't even any intentions to ever turn this into a YouTube channel. So the fact that it's got to where it is today is really something that I find quite remarkable, and I have all of you to thank for it. So I thank you so much. It really is just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, in celebration of 10,000 subscribers, I've gone ahead and made sort of a timeline of this entire channel, which begins in 2016 and comes all the way to present. And I'm hoping it will sort of describe the history of the channel for people who are maybe new or people who joined in at some point. Doesn't really matter where you joined in, but, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to put together sort of a compilation for that. So I hope you all enjoy that. Before I show that, I just want to quickly say something, which is that I did already go out and buy gifts for the 10K giveaway. But I wanted to release this video before I did a giveaway. So there is going to be a 10K giveaway, probably a few days after this. But, yeah, for now, we've got the compilation of this channel's entire history. I really hope all of you enjoy it. So if you can believe it, this is where it all began, on a small model railroading forum on a website called the Tycho Depot. You see, after almost leaving the hobby a year prior, I returned because I felt I had unfinished business. Specifically, trying to restore my grandmother's Riverossie Hiawatha, which I had been trying to fix for years. And eventually, I stumbled across this forum. Upon finding this forum, I discovered I was not the only one trying to restore one of these old Riverossie Hiawathas. There were in fact many much more experienced members trying to do essentially the exact same thing I was. So, unsurprisingly, on September 26th, 2016, I decided to join and explain my situation. Shortly thereafter, other members requested to see photos of the Hiawatha, but I couldn't figure out how to upload photos on the website. However, I did know how to make videos from running YouTube channels years prior. So on October 3rd, 2016, the channel was officially launched, under the name My Old Hiawatha. Later that day, a link was posted to the very first video ever created on the channel explaining the Hiawatha's situation, and that same day the channel would receive its very first viewers. At the time, it really didn't represent much of being a YouTube channel. It was more just a way to show in detail the progress on a project in exchange for not being able to figure out how to upload a photo to a website. Something that I find sort of interesting is that although this content was never created with the intention of it ever turning into a full-fledged YouTube channel, it still loosely resembles a lot of the content that you see on the channel today, which is mostly working on projects. After receiving tons of very useful advice, I was able to glue the Hiawatha's chassis back together, and on October 6th, 2016, the Hiawatha ran for the first time in probably over 60 years. This was an absolutely incredible moment for me, as I had been working on this project for many, many years, and to see it run again was really something like no other. By this point, the Hiawatha project had pretty much dragged me right back into the hobby, and I started working on all sorts of other projects as well, most of which I made videos about, and the channel was really starting to resemble something that looked a lot more like a YouTube channel, and thus was rebranded to Scrumptious Model Trains. channel was really nothing remarkable at the time, but I was having quite a bit of fun making all these various little random videos, and one day we got to go up to one of my favorite places, Larkspur Line train store, and it was always an experience that I really enjoyed, so I decided to make a video on the tour. I never would have guessed at the time that this would be the first of many shop tours I would do over the years. It wasn't until I got back into the hobby I realized just how much I had missed it, and I started buying all sorts of different things just like I had done years prior, and one day for nostalgia's sake I went and bought a lot of old model trains off of eBay just for fun, and I ended up making a video about this just as I had Larkspur because it was an experience which I really enjoyed and just wanted to share with people. This odd assortment of random videos started to draw people to the channel, and on November 5th, 2017, I received my very first public subscriber, Gopinopper Trains. Now around the same time frame I had started watching this channel called Sparky107107, and I can't tell you how shocked I was when a couple days later he showed up in the comments section of one of my videos. Sparky would go on to become the very 5th subscriber on this entire channel. 2017 would conclude with me receiving parts for the River-Rossi Hiawatha on Christmas Day. By January 2018, the channel had accumulated 15 subscribers, and I was beginning to feel like part of the community. I started watching Sparky's weekly live streams and got to know many really cool channels out there. Now one day, this random kid showed up in the comments named Dirty Dan, and I was really surprised to see a couple days later that he had made a video about the channel. This was very special because for the first time ever the channel had been acknowledged in a video by another YouTuber, and with the support of everyone, the channel was soon starting to grow. By the end of March, the channel had reached 100 subscribers and a whole bunch of people requested a collection video. This would turn out to be a very big hit and became the most popular video at the time on the entire channel. By the end of the spring, the channel had a variety of different content. This was amplified by adding videos about railway-related artifacts, train shows, and even live streaming. Towards the end of the summer, something really crazy happened. Another YouTuber who I'd got to know called Eminem Rails gave the channel a shout out. This was absolutely incredible, I couldn't believe it. Not long after that, the Speeder project was launched, which would become another big part of the channel. Shortly thereafter, Eminem Rails asked if I'd be willing to restore some locos in exchange for locos. Upon doing so, we filmed a skit together, and this became the very first collaboration with another YouTuber. By the beginning of fall, the channel had grown substantially and soon reached 1,000 subscribers and was thus rebranded to SMT Mainline. Just a few weeks before 2018 was over, the Speeder got to take its maiden voyage in Wakefield. This happened to be in the middle of winter, which presented its problems, but it was still an absolutely incredible way to finish off the year. So 2019 began with me accidentally sending my Acela for a flight off the layout, which was an interesting way to ring in the new year. But it was a new year after all, and there were many positive things to come this year despite this. It started off with unboxing and getting to review some brand new products, which is something I had never done on the channel before, and it was certainly a fun experience creating this new type of content. In the spring of that year, we visited the former Hershey factory, and shortly thereafter I announced the Hershey Factory project, which had been a dream of mine for years. That spring and summer was really one like no other. In the fall, David's E2G scale would end up sending a box which would turn into a very popular video. This, combined with everybody else's help, wound up propelling the channel to 5,000 subscribers before the end of the year. This was combined with a Christmas contest, my grandmother getting to be reunited with her childhood train, and me and my friends getting to see a heritage unit. I really am amazed by what this all turned into. I never would have guessed back in 2016 that through this channel I would get to make new friends and take on all sorts of interesting projects and meet all sorts of interesting people. It's every single person's individual support that makes this whole thing what it is, and that's something I can't thank you all enough for. You know, I've been in many different communities throughout the years, and I've never found one to be quite as nice as the model railroading community, and I really can't thank everybody enough for letting me be part of that. The channel recently hit 10,000 subscribers, which is a number I never would have thought it would have reached even in my wildest of dreams, and I really can't thank you all enough for it. It's something that's absolutely unbelievable, and I absolutely feel humbled by the thing. All of the kind comments people put in the comments section, all of the wonderful things people send into the P.O. box, it's all stuff that I really can't believe, and I feel so fortunate to be in this position today. So I want to thank you all so much for being part of the channel.